This is Zoe with Divinity Within Thee, where we take time to get in touch with the divine that is intertwined within our souls, guys. It's all inside of you. Everything what you need is all inside of you. I mean, I don't know if I can say everything I need is already inside of me. Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy, move beyond current challenges, focus on what you desire. What if they're one and of the same? Okay. You guys are gonna have a spicy one, huh? Okay. Let's go for it. How do you guys feel? Should I go for these elf ears? Cerberus Bay, Ascension, move into your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is here. What we're tapping into is something rather ancient. Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Mahavatar Babaji. Soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. And Mercury. Open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. Oh, look at that, 222. By the way, I want to say thank you. I noticed earlier today I was trying to remember, doing my best to remember. Guys, I should put these ears on, right? Not the ears. I was attempting to remember, and I was like, thank you, you guys. I saw that I had 222 subscribers. Thinking like, wow, that's amazing. Wait, how do I do this? Let's go. You guys love these ears, right? They're like actually a little bit big for me, but we'll go with them. And the October spirit. Yeah. Okay. Let's get some of this incense. Let's do 3. Let's do 3. Dear universe, source creator, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, archangels, aliens, galactic federation, all those beings, high vibrational beings of high vibrational frequency of love and light here to guide us, bring us clarity and the highest timeline. We thank thee for their guidance and the clarity and the protection, and so it is. So guys, our keepers of the light right here first and foremost. Hello. Siang. More water. I need more water. I'm not clicking. So first we have Serapis Bay Ascension. Move into your true self. Move into your true self, rise above the darkness, the light is here. Horus, Cosmic Gateway. Your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. Okay? Now, a lot of these also represent like parts of our brain, right? Like seated parts of consciousness, of awareness, soul expansion. I come from the cosmos. Thank you. Mahavatar Babaji. I'm probably saying it wrong. Soul expansion. And this is, I see the Sri Yantra on the throat chakra. There's a lot of blue here, a lot of blue and teal here. This could mean something to some of you guys as well. This is about open throat chakra. So this is about being able to speak your truth, being heard, authenticity in your speech. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. I'm from the cosmos. I'm from the cosmos. I'm just a cosmic girl. And then we have Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off your chest, speak up with love and be heard. So today, you guys, today is Saturday where I live. Where I live is in Bali, Indonesia. We are wherever we are going, right? So, what I know is today is Saturday, meow meow. Okay, so it may not be the day of communication. However, if you're talking about things that are like Saturn day, the day of Saturn. So this is the day of maybe like making sure some things are in order, right? Making sure some things are in order. Okay, I could have done a better job with that. But what I'm making sure is in order is my nervous system and my energy level and my happiness, right? The best that I can. So anyways, what we can do though, it might be a good day to communicate about the things that need to be done. It also might be a good day to say, we're communicating about things that are like a little bit more hard to communicate about, right? Like how we might want to set like certain things up for specific days or whatever, you know, like there's different days of the week that different planets rule or different planetary bodies rule, right? Like Monday, Moon Day is the moon. Saturday is Saturn's day, okay? So the energy of what today is holding, is basically like rule, law, order, restriction. So you may be getting some news, or you may need to be giving some news, okay? Let me see what you guys are saying. I can only see when you guys pop up. What is that? You don't understand. You gotta use translate. You gotta use translate. So everyone can understand. So, let's get some more cards. Let's use the music. Tell us more about moving into our true self. What is this darkness? What is this darkness? What is this darkness? Don't forget the crown. Wear the crown, but I put on the ring so you can kiss the rings. Oh, what are you saying? Yes, these are tarot cards. Okay, first we have Death and we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay? So certain things that we may have been holding on to, right? certain ideas. Also, this could also be like the 10 of materials. This could be wealth. Also, this could be our idea connected around money, right? Maybe something that we had. Maybe before we had a more of a lack mentality, right? Now we're rising above the darkness, and that's why we're seeing death, the 4 of Pentacles and the 10 of Pentacles. So for some, this is also scorpionic energy, right? Like, as there's death and rebirth, we're rising into this next, yeah, 10 of emotions. We're rising into this next cycle, right? Yeah. So we could be also letting go of, this is like very, very strongly letting go of past ideals of the way that we used to view things, the way that we used to hold on to things, the way that we used to view things, the way that we used to maybe view money or our needs or things like this, how we view abundance or richness, you know, like it's different for everybody, right? Like, I like being here, like I'm in like a local Balinese type house, right? I don't need like fancy super fancy, like, I mean, I'm down, I'm not gonna complain. Somebody like gives it to me, but I'm also like, I spend my money on food and my wellness, mostly my doctors and things like this. So Horus, the cosmic gateway, your thoughts are magnetic and powerful, miraculous changes are occurring. So something with for some of you, it could have been the 2 of Cups. Could have been a little bit emotional. 2 of Cups, 7 of materials. But this also is something, someone has been planning something for a long time. You guys, the lovers, always popping up in here. Okay, we have the 2 of Cups, the 7 of Pentacles, which is like planting seeds, preparing for future. And then we have the lovers. Okay, so what you're thinking about, right? The balance of the masculine and feminine, the balance of our emotions and our materials, right? I don't trust when these kids are quiet. I'm like, I don't trust when they're really quiet. Soul expansion, your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connections between all things. Queen of emotions. Yeah, so you may be able to feel end. So there's a lot more empaths, light workers, things like this that are coming through. Again, another 7. 7, 7. 7 of inspiration. Yeah, so this is something, because you've been able to kind of psychically protect, psychically block, become more aware. Oops, the Queen of Cups and the 7 of inspirations. So you've been able to become more aware of everything. You can see everything, right? Soul expansion. You're seeing the connection. You're seeing how everything is connected to each other. However, that doesn't mean that you're, 5 of emotions in reverse. It doesn't mean that it's your job to hold on to everything or to feel sorry for everything, or to take it on. Yeah, it's not your job. We all have our own journey. So for the soul expansion, can you give me another card for soul expansion, please? 9 of emotions. Yeah, it's about focusing on what your collective, on what your actual, your wish, your dream, right? What is this treasure that you're hoping for? What does abundance feel like, you know? What does it feel like from an emotional state? What does it feel like from an inspirational state, right? And what does it feel like, from from like a rest or an action, like from a safe space, right? Because that's like what this is, right? She's like, her emotions are perceptive. She's like, okay, I'm inspired, but this is also like a, not a blocking, but like a little bit of a defensive card, you know? And then the 9 of emotions, she's tuned them in. So she went from this. So she tuned up, and whatever. There's no gender in tarot. I'm just saying, because it's all feminine. The soul is expanding, right? The ability to see through people's things, to be able to tap into the emotions, the passion, the everything. Yeah, the Empress, the foresight. Okay, to be able to see it coming in. Now this is telling me, yes, it's for here, but it's also for here, for Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off your chest, speak up with love and be heard. 5, the Empress, okay? So you already know what you need to speak about. Also, the person that you are wanting to speak to already knows what you are speaking about, okay? All you have to do is just take the action, right? The Chariot, make the movement there. Share your happiness, express what your happiness is, you know? Express what you're working on, right? Express what you want to learn, what you do know, what you become good at, right? Express, you know, maybe don't express everything. Maybe don't express all third parties and everything like this, but be honest. I think that you will have the ability to kind of like be vulnerable in this state. Maybe it's just like not right off the bat. Maybe don't bring past situations directly into this. You know, draw a little line. Draw a little line. Queen of Swords, Strength. Yeah, Page of Voices. Yeah. So, maybe create a little line. Maybe what you can share is more of, I see this 5 of Materials and Muse of Inspiration. So I think what some of you guys will want to share is more of like, what something happened to you, like maybe somebody took advantage, like material possession, something like this, the Muse of Inspiration. Yeah, this is somebody or something that you were rather passionate about that you lost. Do you know what I'm saying? That you had to abandon, or that abandoned you to some extent. And it is something that you shouldn't hide, right? The Hermit in reverse. It's not something that you should hide. 2 of Inspiration. Yeah, you should be able to say that you're on a new path and you're moving forward from that path. And you're grateful for the path that it's put you on. Yeah, 6 of Inspiration. Because now you really feel more victorious. You feel set, more Muse of Emotions. You feel more emotionally like connected, emotionally ready, emotionally available, right? You feel more ready just in general. Yeah. Before there was a lot of 5 of Voices, 8 of Voices. Before you had a lot of people in your ear that were giving an opinion, and you couldn't figure out if something was an obsession, if something was a nightmare, if something was whatever it was. But that came to an end. You figured out how to balance. You figured out how to balance, and you figured out that everything has a domino effect, okay? The 3 of Wands, and you know what you've been waiting for. You know something that you worked hard for, that you've been waiting for, right? Muse of Materials will materialize. The pathway will present itself, and it will materialize. Yeah. All it takes, or all it took, was walking away from a situation or an emotion or a person that was no longer healthy. Yeah. And going towards the Knight of Emotions, going towards somewhere where you can be emotionally vulnerable, where you can be inspired, right? Yeah, someone that you can co-create with. Yeah, this is something that you guys have been missing out on. 10 of inspiration. So this, where you were was not inspiring. 4 of voices. You want to create a new, you've created a new union, new connection with self, something new found in yourself. I don't know if it's something new. I think it's something that you already possessed. I see the 4 of emotions in reverse. So this is like the 4 of cups. So it's like, it's not, it wasn't a missed opportunity. It's just something that you maybe stopped fucking with. And now you're like, wait, now this is actually what I should be doing, right? This is what I should be doing. Why have I been hiding this all along? For what? For what? For other people's comfort, or to help other people participate in their things, because everybody else made it seem like their stuff was more important. Okay, and this is something that you guys may need to communicate, right? This is coming through for the collective read. This is Mercury, open communication. So, you know, you gotta talk about it. You gotta talk about, you know, if you gotta talk to your boss about changing the days that you work, or the times, or your wages, or whatever that it is, you know, if you gotta be like, you know what, I can't do this here, and I got, you know, like, for some of you guys, it's going to be rather drastic. We have this very potent new moon coming up on the 20th or 21st, something like this. And this new moon is just, it's in Libra. It's like this karmic, it's like a karmic balance and a karmic release that we just had with this full moon. And it's just been so intense, you guys. And we are just going in the underworld, right? This new moon is like, really like, okay, you ready? Do you think you know what you're dealing with? Did you deal with your stuff? Because we're about to dive down. So if you're not comfortable, like, it's like going to like it's like being like, no, I don't get scared easy. But then your friends like take you to like some haunted house, or some haunted house or haunted mansion, like for Halloween. What the fuck? And then you're like freaking out, right? Because there's like people dressed up, and they're like, ow, 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 and they're like scaring the shit out of you, you know? And like, that's a real thing. That's a real thing. So it's like that. It's like we're about to dive. We're about to dive into the underworld. This is going to be another eclipse, this new moon eclipse. It's going to be kind of like completing the one that started like a while back. When the eclipse started, what was that, in July or August or something like this, a while. Yeah, and it's gonna bring a lot of stuff up. Yeah, Scorpio, death. Okay, it's gonna bring things up. It's gonna say everything about, you know, about how we work, how we want to work, how we're gonna be working together, how we view money, how we view people's worth, people's values, how we view paying, like how we view love and how we're treated, how we receive love and how we give love. All of these things, like our identity, right, of our being, like what our boundaries are, what our things are, like what we're really about moving forward, like on our soul's path, on our soul journey, soul's mission. And so this is a rather monumental time. So make sure you're not afraid. Make sure you know like who your demons are, you know. Make sure they got an outfit to the underworld ball or whatever, you know, because it's just going to get more intense. And then I think Mercury goes retrograde like the 9th of November. So like whatever you need to have in order, like I said, today is Saturday. Whatever you need to have in order, like you really need to have it in order, because you don't want to be working in Mercury retrograde. Like that's not time to make an agreement or a contract or a proposal for business, for a wedding, for anything. Like, so yeah, the time is now. Like new moon to to like the end of the first week of November. But really, I would just try to do it by like the 3rd or the 5th. But we're gonna get, the veil's gonna get really thin, you know, as we get closer. Shout out if you want to send me any love for my birthday, okay? All Hallows Eve, guys. Help me out. And yeah, like, subscribe, share, you guys. Yeah, but there is some decisions that has to be made. The Queen of Voices keeps coming out. So there is some decisions that have to be made, and better to know what you want and how you want things, and to be very clear about that, okay? If there is somebody else, I'm sensing very strongly that there's somebody else that it like involves. Okay, for some of you, it may or may not. For others, all that glitters isn't gold. Okay, so know that for some of you guys, the first deal or the first proposal will not be the thing. Okay, I'll show you my dress. I'm gonna make this, but isn't it good? I gotta check on it. These crazy kids over here. When they get super quiet, I can't really trust them because they're always noisy. So all that glitters is not gold. So on your first contract or your first whatever, or your first offer, okay, for whatever this is, for whatever is relevant to you, it's not saying, don't not be flexible, okay, but know what you need. And when you have the base minimums or needs or requirements or whatever, don't be flexible on that. Stand strong on what you want those to be. Yeah, don't be between worlds, you know. Don't be afraid to be like, okay, well, we reached a fork in the road, okay. Obviously, we potentially may see things differently, okay. Stay blessed, you know, bless and forgive, and just say, listen, to be fair, that's not fair. And you're gonna have to just be in a manner of, you know, I don't feel blessed by that offer. To be fair, you know, yeah, the truth be told. And for some of you guys, you may need to even ask why. Like, can I ask why you would value me at this much, or why you would say this, or why you want to do this, right? So why do you want to work with me? Why do you want to work on this project? Like, why do you want to take me out? Do you know, like, baseline, like, because I want to take care of you, because I want to feed you, because I want to know you, you know, like something. Like, what is the response, okay? For a lot of you guys, you're gonna need to ask questions, okay? Ask questions and say, okay, yeah, I need a little bit of time to think about this. For some of you, you may know right away when something, comes for you. We have unfinished symphony, loyal heart, and new life. Okay? So you may know undoubtedly when this is coming for you. And this is how you will know, is it won't be like that, like the symphony won't feel unfinished anymore, right? The loyal heart won't be, there won't need to be a question about that. The new life, it's like you're gonna know. You're gonna wanna, you know, there's gonna be some type of cleanup or negotiations that have to happen. We don't want everything to be by the book, but a lot is fated, okay? And this does mean that there will be certain people that are gonna get their feelings hurt and are gonna get left behind or cut out of the deal, okay? Take that how it resonates, whether it's business deal, whether it's relationship. For some of you guys, you can have a soulmate that's been observing you, that's been watching you. They want to make you happy, but they're feeling chaos and conflict. For some, they may want to take you to, they may treat you like a treasure. They may want to take you to another island, treasure island. It's not time to go yet, but home, there's no place like home. For many of you, you may have a change in location. You may have a change in living location. I really, again, there's no place like home. 5. I mean, I'm okay, like, to move to a new home if I don't have to move all of my stuff out of this creative space. That would be great. I don't want to do all the, I'm just like, what? I just got it all set up and clean. That would be so frustrating. Enchanting gifts. All right, for some, you guys are about to receive some gifts. The gift might be a home. It might be a new home, or it might be going somewhere. It might be coming into land or property where you might be building a new home. It might be actually coming together with somebody that's like, you are home to me. And for some, they maybe want to bring you home. For some, they want to build or find a home with you. Buy a home with you. Okay, let's go. Yeah, this is definitely divinely, yeah, it's a divine blessing. 8 from the fates. Where you thought it might be, there might be a lot of people in support of some of these things. They may not be, okay? There's a lot of male energy, a lot of yang energy, chop wood. So yeah, there's a lot, and then all that glitters upside down again, and deep knowing. And the yin energy, serendipity. Okay. So what was happening is maybe some of the friends, and I'm just going to say masculine and feminine because there's yin and yang here. Okay? Yin has serendipity. Okay, so maybe when you're doing things with her or close with collective energy, with collective, things are going to feel more serendipitous. When you're over here listening, stop listening to the tribe, because they may not be leading, they may be leading you into just doing more work for them, because all that glitters is upside down, right? So that means they're selling you a bill of goods to keep you working for them instead of coming into this connection. Now, some of you guys know, some of the masculine energies know. Some are lucky enough to be tuned in to have this deep knowing or wisdom. Some of them are cleaning it up. Some of them are a leg up and are just playing the game by the book, taking a lot of breaths because they know that a higher power is at play. Well, the higher power is only at play if you remove people that shouldn't be also. So good at clearing the board. There's a serendipity, guys. All right. Any more messages? A change in the wind. 12, the energy of 3. Something that you guys have been manifesting, that you have been working on for quite some time, is happening. Okay, for some of you guys, you will be mending some relationships. Some of you guys could be fixing or rebuilding something together. Maybe a home, maybe costumes. Yay, Halloween. I wish I had someone to make costumes with. I'm really sad. I keep inviting people over. Nobody wants to come. 52. This is like what I love doing for my birthday, is making costumes and playing dress up. I don't give a fuck about all the other stuff. I just like to do it with people that like to do it. 7, the energy of 7. So yeah, I think that you will find luck in stitching some things up, stitching some things back together. some things that you thought maybe weren't going to change. Yeah. With feminine, look at this, yin energy again, and no place like home again. Enchanting gifts again. Okay, for some, can be asking somebody to move in. Somebody might be moving in. For others, they may be asking you to move somewhere. Yeah, blessed again, you guys. Blessed. Okay. Truth be told, someone's going to come out and tell you the truth. They may have been waiting quite some time and they want to change that. And they feel that the time, they're not sure if the amount of time that it's taken to tell the truth has got them a leg up or a leg down. A leg up? Spirit says a leg up. Look at these little polar bears. I love polar bears. To the sea. For some, there can be travel. Some may want to take you on a trip. I'm seeing this is the third, what do you call it? The weatherman that I've seen. Okay? For some, they may want to go on a trip. They may want to travel. Okay? Milk and honey, new life. For many of you, they really want to spoil you. Milk and honey, new life. For some, you may have paid, yeah, just breathe. Just breathe. For some, you may have paid most of your karmic debt off, and by doing these things, right, by the soul expanding, by openly communicating, by unblocking this, message in a bottle, right? For some of you guys, you may be getting a phone call, a message, an email. Somebody's been watching, again, serendipity. You may, observer, someone is watching. Is this like stalker energy? They don't want me to ask that. That was rude. Okay. You'll tell me anyways. Unfinished symphony. Okay, so this is something divinely guided. Hello. Sending love from SC. From SC. Is that South Carolina? Where is that? Santa Cruz? SC can mean a lot of things. Where is SC? Unfinished symphony. So, for many of you guys, this is a counterpart. Always it's coming back, okay? Love reading is always coming in to the end of every reading. So, that's how I know when it's time to be done, when they just want to talk about love, or maybe collective that is here is just wanting to know the love messages. I do my best to attempt to keep them separate, because not everybody is so thirsty like y'all. Yeah, South Carolina. All right. South Carolina. How's the weather? It probably feels a lot like it does here now, actually. Kind of like sticky. So for many of you guys, your soulmate, right? For some of you guys, you may have been like, whatever, masculine, or somebody may not have come in. Somebody may not have come in. Somebody may have messed up. I'm getting this somebody fucked up. So now soulmate may be entering, okay? And this person is going to adore you, like penguin style, right? They want to give you this new life, like new life, new people, new friends, new clothes, whatever you want, new. Okay. Yeah, they want to start new. You will never feel abandoned. You will never feel orphaned. You will not. This is something that is also divinely guided, the fates. Okay? The fates have created this gift for you. You guys love this love reading. You guys get so, it's like telenovela and shit. I'll go with it. Come on. Higher power. Yeah. Happy. Yeah. This is something because someone has done their work. Okay. Some people have done their work and they are about to get all of their happiness, all of their wishes. And this is like divinely guided. Again, higher power, right? The fates, higher power, like never ending story. Okay. For some of you guys, this is a love. You guys have known each other many different lifetimes. Now, if you're a soulmate or divine counterpart, you've known each other for lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes. Sometimes even karmics. You've known each other lifetime after lifetime after lifetime. But the twin flame is going to be more like the never-ending story, where you guys like are keep repeating the same story in different lifetimes and enveloping other characters, right? And that's where the serendipity comes into play. You know, it's like, what? Who did you choose to be this lifetime? Like nobody? How is this, right? And it's kind of like the energy, right? Because at this point we're raising the consciousness level, right? And so what we're tapping is this Christ conscious, right? Which is like we're bringing the consciousness up the 33 vertebrae to the cave of Brahma, right? We're seated inside this space. We're activating, connecting higher. Okay, so what he was doing is he was like, listen, like, hey, I'm here to help. I'm here to, like, I'm just teaching people that they possess everything the same as I do, that they can tap the knowledge and that they can know how to heal themselves and to do all of this. Like, he was just a warlock, bro. Like, Jesus was like one of the first recorded, like, wizards or warlocks that actually, like, people recorded. And, you know, instead they just, like, started to worship or praise the man because the way it was written instead of, like, the actual thing, which is that man himself, everyone is a son or a whatever of the divine, son or daughter of the divine, right? That you all have the divinity within thee. You all have the ability to tap the same divine essence, the same divine knowledge, the same happiness, the same joy, and boom, never-ending story. We're just here reincarnating, re-looping, doing it over and over again. So the sooner you learn your lessons, the sooner you understand why you came here, why you were born to a certain place, to a certain family, and what the lesson is, the sooner you'll be at peace, right? The sooner you don't have to keep saying, oh, I need to go this way, I need to go that way, there's a fork in the road. You're gonna figure out who's here to co-create with you and, you know, and who's not. And if they're not, then, like, thank you very much. Some will, some won't, so what next, right? It's like, you don't have to feel abandoned, right? You don't have to feel orphaned every time you level up, because as we level up in our spirit, as we level up in our level of consciousness, right? If you want to be fair, we're not on the same timeline anymore. We're not on the same vibrational frequency, right? It's like we're here, we're balanced, we're up here, we've figured some other stuff out. We're in a different space than maybe everybody else. And that's okay, you know, don't feel you're on your own, but you're not alone. Like, just tap into your angels, your ancestors, you know, your oversouls, your spirit guides. Tap in, right? Tap in. Like the tribe, like the people you were born to and the people you thought maybe were your friends or your tribe or something like this may not be the same. And not all need mending, okay? Not all that you separated or disconnected from are going to bring you back to this milk and honey state. Not all need mending, and that's something to know. You know, it's not your job to fix everybody. You're going to know who you're supposed to be with. They're going to feel like soul family. They're going to feel like soulmate, and it's going to feel like this old, very ancient, connected feeling, okay? This doesn't matter. You don't have to be a twin flame. You don't have to be any. This is in general. You're going to feel. for the collective in general. You're going to feel your soul family. You're going to feel connected to them like you've had lives with them before. You're going to feel this, and you're going to feel, okay, we're bringing in this new era. We're bringing in this new life. It's going to feel like an ancient connection, but like we're doing it a new way. Like, you know, like with old knowledge. But it's not going to be the same tribe as what you think. The tribe card keeps coming out upside down, okay? Yang energy, yeah, come to the edge. It's like we've got to create, this is like emperor energy. We got to create new structure, new foundation. We got to do something different. We got to come to the edge of where we are and find the new way, right? Create the new way, create the new structure. And this is what this new era is really about, right? Yeah, tap into our higher powers through co-creation, okay? As always, guys, I'm always out here looking to co-create. If you like what I have to say, or you like being part of the community, share your love with people in the chat, with people in the community. Drop comments, likes, subscribes, shares. If you feel like you want to help me out, I would love that so much. My Give, Send, Go is linked in the description box below. And yeah, if you want to schedule a personal or private reading, my email, DivinityWithinThee@gmail.com, is down there. Focus on the serendipity, focus on the magic, focus on the things that are popping up that we're not knowing, and keep your intention keep your intention strong. Look at this little fairy. I just flipped these over. Keep your strength, right? Keep your intention strong, right? Look at her poise on this one foot. This reminds me of my sister who passed, Cassidy. 44, yeah. We're moving forward, right? Just know, like, we're in this crazy spiritual warfare, and like, as long as you keep your vibration high and you're not intaking things that are going to lower the frequency, and you're not surrounding yourself by people and places and things that are going to do that, then you're gravy, baby. As always, infinite blessings, love, and light. I am Zoe, and thank you for being here with me. Ciao for now.